Life does not unfold in a straight line. Not for you, not for me, not for anyone. Sometimes we are sent life tremors, things we can do something about. And occasionally we are sent life quakes that have the potential to bury us as a victim or to break us open and plant us like a seed. In 2017, my family and I were dealt a life quake, what I call a what-if moment. We were victims of an armed home invasion here in our home in Johannesburg, South Africa, at 3 a.m. in the morning. It was sudden, it was brutal, it broke my illusion of control, and it broke the picture of our family. In 6 short minutes, intruders entered our home, and from the time they entered to the time they left, it was 6 minutes. I made decisions no wife and no mother should ever have to make. My husband took a single shot to the heart. He was murdered. 6 minutes, and time was divided into 2 parts, before this and after this, and nothing would ever be the same again. Simon and I had been together for 28 years. We'd been married for 26 years. We'd lived in the same home for 23 years. We were Mr. and Mrs. Consistency. We have these two beautiful boys who were 18 and 22 at the time. Why am I sharing this story with you today? Because I want to help you to understand that change and disruption of any kind is not an obstacle. It is not an event. It is not good or bad. It is a process. And it's a process that we all have to go through, whether we go through change by chance. Who of you have ever fallen in love? Hands up. I hope all of you. Right? Okay, change by chance. You looked across a crowded room, you fell in love. Change by choice. Well, some of you might have moved town. You've heard people have moved country today. How many of you decided to have children? Hands up. Hands up. I'm sure there are a lot more of you who are parents. I'm sure you've discovered that change by choice was probably the biggest disruption from which you will never, ever recover. Ever. And then, of course, we have change by crisis or calamity. We've all lived through a global pandemic. Think about death, dread disease diagnosis, an accident. But then in the corporate space, you might be going through a merger or an acquisition, or maybe retrenchments. So change happens in so many different ways. Sometimes we choose it for all the right reasons, and sometimes it is imposed on us without our permission, as you heard in my story. All that you need to decide, though, in order to move through this event into a process, is decide whether you're going to choose for this disruptive what-if event, whether it's going to be a full stop in your life, the end, burying you as a victim of circumstance, or whether you are going to choose a comma and ... because the dots are the future that you are going to create for yourself. And change always brings with it opportunity and possibility. If you choose that comma, I promise you, everything will open up. The interesting thing is that we go through the same 7 stages of adjustment to a new kind of normal, whatever kind of change you are facing. And we have to keep asking ourselves, can it be another way? Because we have never been in this place before. We need to be curious about what we don't know, because our curiosity is going to be the antidote to fear. Curiosity will bring expansion, growth, possibility, and opportunity. And so I have a question for you. Whatever you are facing, whatever you are going through, and whatever may be holding you back right now, I invite you today to find the curiosity and the courage to turn it into a comma, not a full stop. Because if you can turn it into a comma, then perhaps you will achieve better health this year. Maybe you are going to step into an incredible new relationship. Maybe you're going to attract the greatest job of your career. And what happens if choosing a comma actually helps you to get the most recognition and have the greatest impact you have ever had? The choice is yours. May your curiosity always be way stronger than your fear. Thank you very much.